Coming off a major overbought level in the markets. Can the bulls hold, or will the rug get pulled? In this video, I will give an update on the markets, analysis of the mega cap stocks that have been keeping the S&P 500 and Nasdaq bull charge alive, key levels to watch, and some trade ideas. My name's Nate. I've been a market junkie for nearly 30 years. I started this channel as a motivational tool and to give good information to traders of all levels. This is Trade Signals Daily, where I will keep you updated on market trends and everything else you need to grow as a trader. Let's dig in. I like to start with the bigger picture and zoom in. So I'll bring up the chart too. Okay, this is the S&P 500 monthly chart. As well, you can see, we went over this in my last video. Bears coming to bottom wall. We have this trend line here that's been going on since the highs of 2018 to the highs of 21. You can see we're at that level now. So the question is, will the markets hold this and continue to go up, or are they going to go down? So this is also confirmed by this lower trend line that we've had from this low to this low. And you can see if I take that line and put it up here, it's the same level, so it's confirmed. And yeah, this is a major point for the S&P 500, and I'll show you in the other indexes as well. So key levels to watch, I pointed out in the other video. Last month's low, actually there's a nice set of lows here, a monthly chart. It's actually October, November, December. This whole area here, this box here, we'll zoom in soon, but we're testing that level now, and if that goes, I would expect some selling to occur, and that's what I'm on the lookout for. Nasdaq, similar situation here, channel high. We also have a shorter term channel coming in at the same point, so further confirming this area here. And again, like any break below December lows, I can see selling came in on December, closing near the lows. Looks like we might have taken out the low by a little bit, held, but ultimately very overbought. This is going to be a key level to keep an eye on here. What happens up here? And same thing with this the low parts of this channel, the lower trend line here. If we take this out, how far will we drop? Until then, that's what we want to focus on. Let's keep moving along. The Dow, again, similar situation with the channel coming off the highs of the channel. Yeah, so we're all kind of lining up similarly. The only different one was the Russell, and it was coming off of a double top. So yeah, nothing's really changed here. I just want to remember that we're at this key junction where if the market starts going down, it's coming off of a major resistance area. So go back to the S&P 500. So it should be obvious the market's been incredibly strong, and yet traders have been trying to call the turn for the past 2 years. So the question is, when will they throw in the towel and get long? This usually happens at the top. An old school approach is to look at the put-call ratio. Puts are a bet that the market will go down, call is the inverse. When there's a large put-call ratio, typically the market will stay strong. Currently, for the next options expiration, there are 3 times the amount of puts to calls. So when will the contrarians give up? And new highs are always a possibility. So let's keep an eye on that. If we do make a new high, again, when will they throw in the towel? But we'll get further into my thoughts on any breakouts for the year. I'll tell you right now, it's not really what I'm going to expect. Okay, here's the 60-minute chart of the S&P futures. As you can see, we have a double bottom currently. Retested this pivot over here, and we're turning up. We have this high to high trend line, and we're taking that out now currently. This is around, it's after 12 o'clock on Friday. Got a key resistance here, so this is going to be critical level. As far as if we take this out, then it would favor continued upside. But until then, I'd be a little leery of buying this breakout. It's not a great trend line, not really confirmed that well. But it's not bad. We did have a reaction this morning off that trend line, so same thing with the lower trend line. So want to keep an eye on that. It's a sign of strength. And also take a look at the other major markets on this time frame. So here's the Nasdaq. Very similar, double bottom, coming up, trend line. Don't really see the trend line here. It's not as good. But again, there is that major resistance that we're coming into this level. So that's going to be the key level to keep an eye on short term. If we do take that out, then yeah, I would say a good chance of coming back up to retest the highs and possibly start forming a range. Januaries are typically trying to find a trend, so I'd be leery of any major breakouts till after the end of the month. Take a look at the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones has a really nice trend line. You can see we haven't taken it out yet. Just all the way from the highs in the beginning of December. Double bottom here, confirmed on this last move up here. And yeah, so that's going to be a good one to watch. Similarly, nice resistance level here, right lining up with that trend line. So yeah, taking this out, that's going to be key. So Nasdaq and S&P are already taking out the trend line at resistance. This is Dow Jones is being pretty weak here, so keep an eye on the Dow to confirm any breakouts before you get too excited. Bring out the check out the Russell here. So similarly, have the just weaker market here, double bottom coming up. You can see it's got its resistance is pretty much the highs of this range. So and that's got a lot to go before that's going to break out. But the double bottom here, definitely if it takes out this high, could see a good move up. So do have the nice downtrend lines in the Dow and the S&P, the Nasdaq, Russell basically double bottom only. So just to recap, it's always good to look at where and the when of the markets. Are we near the beginning of a trend or the end? If you want to take counter trend trades, know that's what you're doing. It's higher risk and you should be taking profits quickly, not holding losers. If you want to buy a market that's been going up for 2 years straight, know that markets don't go up forever. You can count on that. Keep a stop and have the strength to buy the pullback when others are panicking. I know this because it happens to the best of us. Emotions can take over. Okay, let's check out the big tech stocks that have been keeping the greed train going. So, bigger picture, this is the daily chart of the Meta, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg's baby. I've noticed is this nice bear wedge here. As you can see, it started from here. Looks like April of 24, and have been basically being squeezed up. You can see the wedge pattern here, getting narrower. So we have come off the high of the wedge. So far, the lows of the wedge are holding. Got these two arrows here pointing out this double bottom. So this is a low-to-low trend line holding support. Keep an eye on that. But until this line breaks here, this is going to be support. So it's going to be holding the markets up. This is a big portion of the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. Okay, now let's check out Nvidia first. Okay, this is Nvidia. Really busy chart, as you can tell. I have these parallel trend lines in here. I noticed these, and I just kept noticing the effects of this parallel trend line. This reactions here, and here, and then so on and so on. So we've actually got below this parallel trend line here, and got a nice zone marked out that if it does get down to here, this is probably a good area to buy. As you can see, we've already broken out of this little channel that we've been in, and yeah, could see another test of the highs here. So that would be the 154 area. So until that's we don't know how far that's going to go, but this is a key one to watch. Again, the market's not going to drop until this thing until Nvidia drops. So good one to watch. Low resistance area here. So Nvidia, keep your eyes on Nvidia. I noticed volume has dropped off on this move up here. So watch the volume. Could see a big sellers coming in on this move up. So keep an eye on that. Okay, guys, this is the weekly chart of Microsoft. Similarly, our trend lines, channels. And we had the nice lower channel here holding support, currently breaking below that support now, coming off of a major high here. It's a possible channel as well. So it's going to be key is what happens down here. Is this level hold or is it taken out? So could see quite the dip if we get some selling below here. That's all I can really say. Something to keep an eye on. Again, it's a strong market, big part of the S&P 500, Nasdaq, etc. So important to keep an eye on. Check out Apple. So Apple has similarly high to high trend line. This approximately looks like a channel. And it has been pulling back. So we have some key support here. So if that's taken out, that should get the market going to the downside in Apple. So you got to remember, markets go down a lot faster than they go up. So you want to be ready for these type of moves. You can set alerts. There's a lot of free websites out there. You can start a free account, set up alerts. I use investing.com. You can also use it on some of your trading platforms. Thinkorswim has it. You can get a text. Just set an alarm. Apple goes below 230. Tell me. I want to know. Because that could be a sign this market's going to be having some volatility and some selling. Okay. All right. Tesla. As you can see, again, we're coming down, pulling back. This is a key support for Tesla. I like this little channel that we're in. I'd expect that to hold. So if you wanted to take a long, Tesla could be it. I'd be targeting this channel here. If it breaks out, then yeah, likely new highs. But, again, Tesla, another major stock that's a big part of the S&P 500, Nasdaq, major markets, U.S. indexes. So if this level is taken out, that would be bearish. So set your alerts. 359, 350. Depending on whether you're aggressive or conservative. So expect a bigger move to occur. I mean, even a move down into here is almost 20%, 20-30%. So not a little move. I think we already looked at Microsoft. So again, got some wedges, trend lines overall near the end. Current support. Got some channels on Tesla, Nvidia, possible buys for short term, maybe retest of the high. We'll see how the markets do. Again, if they break out. So similar to the indexes, things are heating up. Lots of unknowns for the new year. Coming off a great year. Usually I'm suspect of any breakouts until proven otherwise. And upward trend lines are confirmed. And unless those are taken out, it's a bearish pattern. So keep your stops tight. Okay, I wanted to do a quick look at bonds. It's possible trade to the markets to start heading down. Do have the bonds, a possible reversal of their bear trend. So again, this has been a market that's been sold off, probably written off by a lot of investors, traders. But again, the volatility in bonds is going to be much less than the stock markets. So if the markets do get more volatile, could see a move into this. So I see this as a major support area here. This is TLT. It's the 20-year Treasury ETF. Something to keep an eye on. I like this support zone. I'd rather it doesn't go much further lower. I will be surprised. But take a zoom in on this. Again, just possible range here. Yet to be seen, but essentially just testing this prior low here. So, like I said, I'd like to see that hold. Volume came in. It's moved down here, and so far it's holding. So I don't know if what's happening there, but I can see 2 weekly highs, past 2 weeks highs right here above 88, around 88, 88.50. So possible trade would be to go long. I want to break above that, and if so, I would expect to move up into the highs of this range. And this could be a good profit-taking area, 98, so that's 10 points possibly. And like I said, the risk is pretty low. We do have this down trend line, so we could be retesting that. It was also sort of a bullish wedge forming here, and we broke it out. Now we're coming back to retest that line. Double bottom. So things could be good for bonds here. Just wanted to show that it's a possible option if you're getting nervous in the stock market and want to diversify. This could be a good area. But what do you all think? Am I just another talking head trying to call a top in the markets? Do you have any sectors that you'd like my analysis on? And if so, let me know in the comments. If you found this helpful, give me a like and subscribe for further updates. Alright guys, that's all I have for today. Set your alerts, have a plan. All in all, this should be an interesting year with plenty of opportunities, short and long. Remember, it's not about predicting the markets, it's about being prepared for whatever happens. Y'all have a good evening, and I will talk to you soon.